The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And good pressure defensively to stop him for a loss of a couple. Now there's also a flag to go with it. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. That's complete to John Ross. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Dalton with a give here to Mixon, and he'll go down at the 28. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
That was a good, strong run there. And while it won't pick up a first down, it was definitely something needed by that offense. A positive run. They got a good push by their guys up front. Maybe something they can build on as this game continues.
Second down, Dalton. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion. First carry now. This is Hill. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Now they run with Mixon. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Around the NFL, an update from a game going on down in Tampa. It's the Chargers out to an early lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Dumps it off to Mixon. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Now a first down carry. It's Hill. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Dalton. And oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Dalton here from the gun. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Christian Kirksey in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. On now is Vinatieri as he'll try the field goal. This will be a 37-yard attempt. And Vinatieri's kick is good. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive only yields 3 points.
Yeah, they were able to move the football, but the defense stiffened once their backs were to the end zone, and they were able to hold them to just 3.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
They begin with a run by Crowell. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Here's Newton now on 2nd down. A screen complete to Crowell. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big gain.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Newton to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Vontaze Burfict with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. Here's Brad Nordman now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Passing. It's Dalton. He's going to float this one deep right side. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
A first down carry now for Crowell. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Second down following the run. Now it's Newton here off the bootleg. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. Throwing on third down, Newton. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. That one goes for 29 yards on third down. At 6'5", Kelvin Benjamin is so hard for defenses to deal with.
When you open up the dictionary and you look at that NFL definition of uncovering, you find Kelvin Benjamin, just what you talked about. His size, his catch radius where you can put the ball almost anywhere. You can go up and get it. Remember how they won a national championship when he was at Florida State? Yeah. Late game drive, put it way up there on the top shelf, and Kelvin Benjamin got it.
On 1st and 10, Newton. And a catch made by Kenny Brent. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Back with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2. First down, Newton. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. To the air again, Newton. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a third down. Throwing again is Newton. And out of bounds all the way down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Great footwork there, Charles, to dot the I, stay in bounds, get both feet in. He's probably thinking, though, man, I made a catch like that close to the end zone. I should have scored.
Yeah, there's always a regret when you're that close to the goal line. But let's go back to what you talked about before, getting his feet down. Would you say dotting the I? I can cross the T as well. That was excellent footwork to get in bounds and make a great catch.
They'll try and run for it with Crowell. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
On second down, here's Newton. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
A first down throw coming for Dalton. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On second down, Hill. And some room to work. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down.
And that's how you run the football and run it successfully. Big-time chunk of yardage picked up, but why? Offensive linemen won at the point of attack. Their leverage way better than the defenders. The low man wins when you're getting underneath and trying to move people. And that's exactly what happened on that play. The offensive line moved the defensive front, created space, and the end result, a fantastic run.
Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
On second down now, Hill. And a short gain down to about the 33. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
Despite only needing 1, Dalton to throw. And Eifert has it. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting them in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
They'll run here with Mixon. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Dalton throwing on second down. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. And it's third down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Now the Bengals on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun. Dalton underneath here to Hill. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and that's going to make it 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Around the NFL, second quarter down in Tampa. It's the Chargers out to an early lead. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. So a good snap, good hold, and that one's right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, Brandon.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the inning, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now a handoff to Crowell. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. To throw on 2nd down. Newton. Oh, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. On 3rd down, Newton. And that is incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Now here's Ross. A minute 57 to go in this first half. More from Cleveland after this. Mixon gets the nod to start the drive. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. It's 2nd down. Dalton looking. Flush to his right. They find some open field here. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal 1st down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. Going deep downfield for Ross. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
2nd and 10. Dalton once more. Throw left side, complete to Ross. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they could do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Ten-yard penalty there on 1st down, so now 1st and 20. From midfield here, Dalton. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. It's a 14-yard pickup, but it'll still be 2nd down. And it'll be Dalton again. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the 1st half. So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. 23 yards on the play. Nice completion there for Andy Dalton. Charles, you worked some of his games when he was at TCU. Now you've worked his games in the NFL. What progression have you seen?
I've seen a guy who took over as a freshman in college and got better and better each year. Always added a little bit more to his game, gets stronger. But the best part about him is he's always been accurate. Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. That is caught inside the 5. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They'll run it with Hill. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. And Vinatieri's kick is good. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They'll start here with a give to Mixon. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, Dalton caught Eifert over the middle. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Dalton to his big target, Eifert, for the Cincinnati first. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Dalton off play action. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. Dalton here from the gun. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the 3rd quarter. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now,
the Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Geno Atkins getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4. So the D gets the sack on first, and now it brings up second down. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. And this is incomplete. They were looking to get it to Kelvin Benjamin there. And that takes us from second to third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
The Browns on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. Out of the gun, Newton. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
But this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. Mixon. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. Second down, Dalton. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. The 40. 30. The 20. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? It had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Bengals getting set to go. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him and they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. On second down, Hill. There goes Jeremy Hill. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jeremy Hill, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Here's Newton now on second down. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Newton. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off right around the 43. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. They'll run on 1st down. Hill. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Andy Dalton. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. A Bengal 1st down on the 16-yard pickup there.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Dalton. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Danny Shelton breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Dalton. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This time it's 3rd and 3. Here's Dalton. Steps away to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big 1st down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
They'll try to pound it in with Hill. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down. Dalton. And he's got his big tight end, Eifert, and it's a Bengal touchdown. Tyler Eifert, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. And that will make this a 16-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And the Browns getting set to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the fourth. They keep it with Crowell on first. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Every player I know tends to play the game in his mind before it actually happens. There's no way he thought that at this stage of the game, this would be his first big run like that.
Yeah, but it's got to feel for him like the floodgates open, a sigh of relief. Now we'll see if things can open up for it.
See if it can continue.
And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. He could muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll go with a big back, Crowell. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. It'll be a gain of 4. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll try the air now with Newton. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again. On 2nd down, here's Newton.
He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
The Browns on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. From the gun, here's Newton. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So as it turns out, that sack does not wind up costing him, at least in terms of getting points. They get 3.
Yeah, once you see your quarterback go down the backfield, you think, uh-oh. But fortunately for them, their kicker came to the rescue and made sure they got something out of that drive after all.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Dalton to Hill on the draw. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Now, the Bengals on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun. Dalton. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
On 1st down, Hill. Brought down, but after we saw a flashy little move, stopped short of the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on 1st down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
Looking to throw on second down. Dalton eluding the pressure right. Got his man. It's Eifert. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Fresh set of downs here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Now a signal and a timeout here on the defensive side of the ball. So they want to stop it with 1 second to go prior to the 2-minute warning. Again, they run with Hill. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. 2 running plays, each lose a yard. They'll need to do much better now on 3rd and 12. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets it down to the 32. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
And this one is right down Broadway. And that will swell the lead to 16. So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the 4th.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give him some breathing room and lets him build up a little cushion.
And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. To throw on second down is Newton. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Throwing on third down, Newton. Now a desperation throw deep, and got his man complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Now Newton on first down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off near the 32. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And now the rookie's free. And it's a huge return as he brings this all the way back down to the 15-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this.